Greetings to you all. This is Kai NY007. Follow on YouTube.com. So I'm hoping everyone's New Year is starting off good. Happy New Year. It's 2022. New York in the house. It's a new year, new sex. So I'm back on my series that I enjoy doing. I think I'm pretty good at and getting better at. It's with Sex Talk series. And I call it Sex Talk About It. For each video, whether it's a upload or a live stream, it has to do with sex. And I enjoy sharing information and putting some info out there, talking about topics too that you may not hear anywhere else, or maybe could use some more talk of. So hopefully you'll at least find some of that right here with me. So, what is new sex? I think it would be as simple as having a new outlook on it. Adding something new, whether it's positions, toys, anything like that. That could be new sex for you. And it could be just new sex for you, on your own, by yourself, or with someone, partner, or maybe partners. Everything you always wanted to know about sex talk or were afraid to ask. I think we all may have something like that, And here on YouTube, I think it's a way for me to take advantage of things that I've learned over past decades and things that are going on now that are new, that I'm just discovering, and that we could discuss together. So if you're interested in stuff like that, come back here. I've also had videos, a few of them over the past year. I just started, and the sex talks about porn. So some specifics in porn. I'll get more into that too for this year. As you can see, I'm pretty flexible with the chat, flexible with things to talk about. And it's a winter time. It's colder in a lot of areas right now, but we keep things up. Some red sexiness going on. Zodiac signs too. That's something I talk about. But I like to make some connections too with your sexuality and how it can match up with your zodiac, things like that. So that's some things there. And more review, libido. We talk about that. That's your stamina, your sexual drive. People have different levels of that. And that's the heart of it all, where it comes from, your desires and things like that. So I had a couple parts I've done on that. I'll talk more into that as well. So, yeah. So it's some different things, different sex topics. A lot of it's mostly fun. Some are a little serious and may just need to be discussed, But, like with a lot of things, you want to have some fun with it. Take a break from some other things and just be able to have a real conversation. I don't see maybe, we could always use more real conversations. I came across this. I thought this was funny. But yeah, so we got that. I got some cool visuals coming up and some content to go over and discuss. Also, sex magic. That's something I've been looking more into. And sex magic really means like any type of sexual activity that could be like ritual-like, and it could be religious or spiritual. But I look at it as something you tap into. You can use sex magic. It's known to bring out your best self. It's even been said that orgasm, so orgasmically, all right, making stuff up now. Even with orgasms, they say it could be magical. So we're going to get into some more of that. I did a video in the past year, I believe it was 2021, where I talked somewhat about that. We had some audio for that too. where, you know, we're getting into sounds and things like that, and how it can set the mood for you. You could be in a different mood, but it can help you get into another mood. I think with, you know, with a lot of what's going on too around like these days, you know, who couldn't use a mood booster, you know, something uplifting, you know. And I look into ancient Africa, so they have African Tantra, and that also has to do with, it could be ritual like, or it doesn't have to be ritual like. It's more about you tapping in with your mate. You tapping in with yourself, and you're tapping in with someone else. You can tap in with just yourself as well. It's just all about the inside, that spirit, and how you can have more control over how you feel in your sexy moods. So, yeah. So I'll be doing more of that too, and give you some samples that you can actually hear and listen to. And it's supposed to give a frequency. You know, when you hear it, it does something for you. Okay? And then you could give it a shot too, and, you know, tell me what you think. So yeah, so like I was just saying with the tantra. Okay, so aside from that too, I reviewed some of the things I went over in other sex talk videos. If you want to check them out, they did pretty good too. They got decent views, so I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Some more specifics too, like not just with porn. You know, there's different types of porn too, and specific black porn, and changes I'm seeing in the porn industry. You know, there's some of those things, you know, can be go over those. Dreams as well. They talk about some more dreams and their meanings. I have some upcoming videos on that. So those will be your sex dreams or wet dreams, whichever you call them. Because there's ways that you can also gain some control over the type of dreams you have. And I have a video on that too, where I did an introduction with that. That did pretty decent. Yeah. So it's like there's audio, and the audio helps stimulate you. And could be before you go to sleep and rest, you know, and things like that. And when it comes to these type of dreams, they're not just for penises. Like I feel like we've been told or thought or taught, you know, it seemed like it was just men or just males, boys, you know, have like wet dreams. Like, no, females do too. And it may not be as much, but it does occur. And according to studies, they say about 41 or so percent, 41% of women have reported having at least one sexual like wet dream at least once in their lifetime. So yeah, we'll talk about some of that too. Also bizarre type of things, strange or unique sex. That seems to be kind of intriguing too. You look into some of that. You know, it's different ways just of feeling sexy and bringing a sense of self through sexuality, whether it be spoken raunchy or talk about it in, you know, a different kind of way, you know, but you're still having the sex talk. So when I look at it like that, you know, that this type of talk is for everyone, it's for anyone, you know, that's willing to participate. There's those that won't, and that's fine too, you know, maybe they still getting something from it. So as long as you know getting something from it too, that's, you know, that's good too. All right. Fetishes and things like that. I think a lot more people have fetishes than we realize. There's a lot of things that are completely normal, and I just think it'd be interesting to share and talk about some things like that as well. in relations, sexual relationships, between people. So I talk about things to do with that. It helps bring out some positivity too in those areas. And talk about possible problematic areas, but bring them more to light and be able to share and talk about them. The most open and honest conversation you can have is with someone that doesn't have ill intentions on the other side. Someone that doesn't have a motive, So I seek to have, the most open and honest conversations here. And I welcome you to join me. So as I said, it's a new year here, it's 2022. And I wanted to, just do this recap that I did on some of this sex talk videos that I've done previously and that are to come. So I'll be doing some more and they'll be coming up. And as I mentioned, some will be uploads and some will be live streams. And then on these in particular, I usually have a call-in number. With other videos, those will be more linked, depending on the discussion and how things are going. But just want to do things, more, just, enjoying yourselves, but being more respectful and you being more accountable and, just being careful at this point. So I think that's a decent way to have the discussions too. Sometimes I open up the floor to if anyone wants to join in on the conversation. Yes. Well, as I mentioned, there's different frequencies, audio is available, and it's to stimulate the mood. And it's been known to actually do that. So I'd like to share that with you all. We all have an energy inside of us. This is not based on your religion or anything other than that. So this is to bring more together on the conversation, not divide. So going with that, just knowing we all have an energy inside of us. We exchange energies with other people. And it's good to just have more acknowledgement of that and the energy within oneself. So this is about wrapping things up for this here. The sex talk about it, so you know more of what's in store, what's to come, literally. And I try to do the best of my ability to, and with visuals, but not anything that wouldn't be acceptable. So I do watch it with that. At times, I know YouTube has been watching their watch posts, and I'm careful with how I use things. And yeah, I think we should be able to have a decent adult conversation, and we'll get something out of it. So hopefully you come back and join for that right here with me, Kai NY007 on YouTube.com. And I've had some fun doing this, and I'm sure other people have too. And yeah, so we'll go from there. It's a new year, so I'm looking into some new things. And I'm pushing myself more to come out a little more about things and put it out there for conversation's sake and things, and get more people to kind of, possibly join in with that. So we'll have some more fun. All right. And also I'll mention coming up. So if you stay tuned right at the end of this video coming to a close, I'll have my upcoming video, which is based on the Wade family. Dwayne Wade, in the center of it all, he is an all-star professional NBA basketball player. There's been a lot circulating him and his families, and I have a cool trailer coming up with that, so that'll be a premiere for that. So yes, please check out my trailers coming up right now as follows, and as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back here soon. Peace.